Hey guys, Lauren here today. It's been a hot second, hasn't it? Oh god, it's been like I think almost a year exactly. I am nothing if consistently inconsistent. I'm doing great. Anyways, a few things to talk about before we talk about this book. First and foremost, I actually started another YouTube channel, believe it or not, another opportunity for inconsistent uploading. Actually, I'm doing it with a friend of mine. It's called Domestic Bliss. Essentially, it's kind of gonna be a vlog style channel in which we talk about things that are interesting to us and how we deal with being young adults in Trump's America. Oh god. But not just that, I mean like a variety of things. Both really interested in politics, like I'm a political science and history double major. Camille is an environmental sustainability student and she wants to make a lot of really cool videos about, you know, how to be environmentally friendly on a budget and sustainability on a budget and all these things that are like really cool. I've learned so much from her from being her friend and living with her. We're gonna be doing like a Vlog Brothers style kind of channel, so like going back and forth just talking about whatever the heck we want to talk about. So if you want to listen to me talk about things or listen to my much cooler best friend talk about things, please check that out. I will link the channel down below. What I'm going to be talking about today is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, which is a true crime nonfiction book about the Golden State Killer, as well as her experience researching this killer. It's like a really interesting combination and it's really good. So on that note, I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. It blew me away. So well written, so well researched, so well paced. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the actual, let's review it. Let's review. There we go. Let's review. I'm doing great. You can tell that it's been a minute, can't you? So one of the things I really loved about this book, it kind of had an In Cold Blood Truman Capote aspect to it. It wasn't a nonfiction novel in the way that In Cold Blood is. You could definitely tell that this was nonfiction the entire time. It wasn't written to be a novel, but that like same spirit, the way that it draws the reader in and really creates a narrative, and her writing style is impeccable, incredibly engaging and informing at the same time. That's one of the things that I wrote, was the structure of the book, the way she structured it, the way that she balanced the technicalities of, you know, the process of how law enforcement looks for this guy, what they're doing to look for this guy, but also the human aspect of it, as well as her own story and like her own obsession. Like she has a chapter in the book in which she talks about how she got into true crime after there was a murder in her own hometown that was never solved, and that like kind of spiraled her into this world of which she really looks into cold cases, which is what this was at the time that she wrote it. And she just is able to balance, you know, the story aspect with the technical aspect so well. It's incredibly impressive. I felt like I was listening to a really good TED Talk or podcast. Very much reads like you're listening to somebody talk about it and they're a really good public speaker. There's never really a dull moment. This is, I think, the epitome of true crime. It is so good. And this isn't really a genre that I read a lot of, but I want to read more now. And I also want to note that, so Michelle McNamara actually passed before this book was finished and published. She died, I believe, in April of 2016. Her editor and her lead researcher on this book actually were the ones who finished the book. Like, they finished the last few chapters posthumously for her, and they did an absolutely wonderful job. They kind of led the reader down the same thought process that she wasn't able to finish before she passed. Hats off to y'all. You guys did a really good job. The last thing I want to talk about is the letter at the very end, because it is chilling, especially now that you know that he's been caught, that the killer has been caught, and he hadn't been when she wrote the letter. I'm gonna read a little bit of it to you guys, so I guess spoiler alert, but it doesn't spoil anything in the book. I think it's hard to spoil a nonfiction novel. I just want to give you a taste. One day soon, you'll hear a car pull up to your curb, an engine cut out. You'll hear footsteps coming up your front walk like they did for Edward Wayne Edwards 29 years after he killed Timothy Hack and Kelly Drew in Sullivan, Wisconsin. Like they did for Kenneth Lee Hicks 30 years after he killed Lauren Billingsley in Aloha, Oregon. The doorbell rings. No side gates are left open. You're long past sleeping over a fence. Take one of your hyper gulping breaths, clench your teeth, inch timidly toward the insistent bell. This is how it ends for you. You'll be silent forever, and I'll be gone in the dark. You threatened a victim once. Open the door, show us your face, and walk into the light. That was the passage that made me want to read this book, and I was not disappointed. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this great big world of ours, and I will see you soon, I hope. Bye.